The prophet Isaiah talks in the first reading today about our hungers and our thirst. And he's speaking on behalf of God when he says, come to me with your hunger. Come to the water. Let me quench your thirst. Let me feed you. I'm going to give you a fare, a meal. I'm going to give you something that will satisfy you beyond your wildest dreams, people. For Isaiah the prophet, it was come to God, and in the Old Testament times, it meant come to God and let God feed you. The reading even said, listen to me, listen heedfully to me. It's that listening, that openness to let God into our lives. You and I experience a lot of hunger and a lot of thirst in our lives, and it doesn't have anything to do with something to drink or food on your table. We have a lot of hungers. They're hungers and thirsts of the heart. And you and I, we all do this. We all look for something to fill it up. As a matter of fact, we spend a lot of time trying to fill it up. There's like that emptiness inside. You know, like when we're in high school, and maybe even more like when we get into college. You know, we all think, oh, I'm going to find that woman and she's just going to change my whole life. Yeah, she is, by the way. But we're going to find that woman, you know, and my whole life will be okay. And she's thinking, I'm going to find that knight on a white horse someplace, you know, who's just going to take everything away from me. It's just going to be so wonderful. And then you get married. And we find out that she is wonderful and he is wonderful. I hope that's what you find out about one another. But we find out that even that doesn't fill it up. So then we use what? We use careers, we use all kinds of things. Position, power, wealth, status. We get that job and that career, and we work ourselves to death, and we stand there one day. I hope you wake up to it. You stand there one day and you go, that's not working either. I still have that, I don't know, kind of an emptiness, kind of a unfulfilledness that's living in my heart. We're all hungry and we're all thirsty. Jesus has an answer for it. That beautiful gospel passage today from Matthew. Notice, Jesus hears about the death of his cousin. The one who came to prepare the way for him has been beheaded. And he goes off by himself, goes to a deserted place by himself. I know what he was thinking. As John went, so will I go. They were preaching the same message. Get right with God. That was John's. Get right with my Father. That was Jesus' message. I bet he spent that time thinking a lot about, as John went, so will I go. They didn't listen to him. They won't listen to me. And of course, the people find him. God bless him. It's a good thing they didn't have texting and cell phones in those days, because he wouldn't have had any chance to ever get away. Every time he goes off to pray, they find him. Why? Because they're hungry. They're thirsty. Even if in the end he wouldn't be accepted by very many. They knew what he said was true. There was something missing in them. And then this whole thing plays out. His heart's moved with pity. He cures their sick. He cares for them. And it's night, and the disciples come and say, tell them the refrigerator's empty. We haven't got any food. So they'll all go away. Send them home. Go let them take care of themselves. Poor Jesus must have thought, take care of themselves? They're doing a lousy job of it now. You want them to go away? You give them something to eat. 5 loaves, 2 fish. Bring me those gifts. Bring me the stuff you have, and I'll make more of it. And he does.